Welcome to Stan's 360 World, Stan's 360 Travel Channel. I'm your host, Stan Horiza, and today I am here on the corner of 5th Street and Jackson Street here in San Jose. This area is known as Japantown. So how did this become Japantown? Well, in 1887, there was Chinese immigrants in the area, and they were under heavy restrictions for work regulations here in the United States. So the Japanese came over and they weren't subject to those regulations at the time. And so in 1890, they established this area near the Chinese community. And this area was founded in 1890 as Japantown. In 1895, a United Methodist Church was established here. In 1902, the Buddhist temple was established. There was a hospital built in 1910. 1916, the Japanese theater was built in this area. But then in 1922, the U.S. Supreme Court upheld a ban on naturalizing these first-generation Japanese as citizens. And so now what that did is that put some restrictions on the Japanese as well, to where they could not own land, they could not lease land, they couldn't own businesses, and so they struggled to make do. However, they're very resilient people, and they found some very creative ways to populate the area and make their incomes. Then in 1933, additional Asian communities were coming to the United States, and in 1933, just a couple blocks from here, the Filipino Community Center was established in the area. And then in World War II, there was this mass hysteria on Japanese living, especially on the West Coast. And so on February 19th, 1942, the Japanese in this area were sent to an internment camp, concentration camp. Here in, most of those that were living here actually were sent to, I believe it was Wyoming, is where their concentration camp was. You'll see this spire here, and that is a memorial to that date of February 19th, 1942. Now, when that happened, most of the Japanese here lost their businesses, they lost any houses that they were in, they lost their incomes. And so many of them struggled even after they were released to come back, and there were even laws preventing them from coming back. But they did. Many of them did. And they came back to this area and they reestablished it. And 1967, the Japantown Business Association established. 1971, Norman Mineta was elected mayor of San Jose. And so now they have this thriving community in the 70s and 80s here in the Japantown. More recently, there's contemporary Asian theaters and museums in the area. But the area has now become a larger business district, and I'm going to step up to the corner here. There is some great artwork in the area, and as I get to the corner, you can kind of see that there are still some Japanese themes in the area, but unfortunately the Japanese ownership of these businesses, which of course now they're able to do, and there's been an apology from the government for what we've done to them, and that mass hysteria of World War II. So many of these businesses are still owned by Japanese Americans, but a lot of them are not. This area did go quite a few blocks in each direction in its heyday. Right now, this is kind of the main intersection of the area. And there is a lot of great artwork in the area. There's a lot of great information on these placards. So if you're in San Jose and you're close to 5th and Jackson Street, come down and view the Japantown area. Thanks for viewing Stan's 360 World, and go ahead and leave your comments, suggestions of other places for me to check out down in the comments below. Thank you, and keep exploring your world.